All right, to get started on this worksheet, first thing that you're going to do is if you have something like this, we're going to use the quadratic formula, which is negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. I know it says on the worksheet to use completing the square, but this is a lot simpler, it's a lot cleaner. So in order to use this, first thing you're going to do is you're going to make this equal to 0. So using the yellow, I'm going to move this 1 over to the other side. So I'm going to have 3x squared plus 2x minus 1 equals 0. I had to subtract the 1 to the other side just to get it so that it was easier to handle. Plus with with the quadratic formula, you got to make it sure it's equal to 0. Then just like we had when we were solving and finding the vertices on the other ones, this is A, this is B, and this is C. And then we're just going to plug them into the formula. So negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared minus 4 times 3 times negative 1 all over 2 times 3. And then we're just going to clean it up. So on the first part, you have a negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 plus 12. And the reason why it's plus 12 is because negative 4, 3, and negative 1, when you multiply them all, gives you a positive 12 divided by 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. Then 4 plus 12 on the inside would be 16. The square root of 16 over 6. Then to clean this up, you're going to take the square root of 16. If it doesn't square root perfectly, then you'll be done. But since this one does, the square root of 16 is 4. You take negative 2 plus 4 divided by 6, and negative 2 minus 4 divided by 6. So you're going to have two different answers here. On the first one, negative 2 plus 4 is 2, and 2 divided by 6 reduces down to 1/3. And negative 2 minus 4 would be negative 6 divided by 6, which would reduce down to negative 1. So my two answers are here and here. Okay, so for on the worksheet for this week, for applications of quadratic functions, the first page, the first one where it has a and b, that is exactly how you could solve both of those. That's all it's asking you to do is solve it. You're not asked to do anything more. Then on 2 and 3 of the worksheet, it's asking you to find the dimensions or find the value of x. Now, one of the things that you're going to use if you have a triangle, like number 2 does, don't forget we have a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Okay, so no matter what your stuff is, remember this is your c, and then this could be your a and your b. So you're going to take whatever's in those spots, square them, and you're going to add the two short sides together and then set it equal to the hypotenuse squared. Okay, so you're going to have to do some foiling in that problem. And the other one, when they talk about number 3, when they talk about a square, the key to that one is reading the words when it says the perimeter of the square, and the area is this. So perimeter, remember, is equal to 4s because it's all sides are the same, and area would be equal to the side squared. So those are the two formulas you're going to need for number 3. Then on 4 and 5, it's asking you, it's giving you the equations in the problem. And when it says how long will it take the ball to hit the ground, or what's the horizontal distance, they're asking you to find x. So when it gives you like a number 4, h of t equals 20 plus 32t minus 16t squared, use the quadratic formula, and what you get for your answer, that's what it's asking you. Basically, you're finding x. Okay, so you're finding your answer right there. Same with number 5. Okay, and number 6, same type of thing. When you're it says the profits and the revenue for number 6. When you're looking at when it says write the formula down for the amount of revenue. If they sell Q objects and they have a price of this, Okay, so they're saying that in order to find the revenue, you take the price and you multiply it by how many objects that you'd have. Okay, and it says that in the recall that revenue is price times the quantity sold. So if the price is 300 minus 2Q, and this is Q, distribute, so that the revenue would equal 300Q minus 2Q squared. Okay, and then from there you can answer B and C. All right, so I know I had a couple people reach out and ask for a video for this one, so I just wanted to give you a little bit without giving it away, because I want you guys to work on this and struggle a little bit, so that way you can learn it. But anyway, keep up the good work. You guys are doing great. Miss ya. Bye.